Thanks for giving me room, Roger.
Whoever that guy was at first has caused that.
Wow. Here, Dustin.
There you go.
For 1.5 gauge.
Good evening and welcome to Kansas Speedway. I'm here with Adam Gladfelter. How you doing tonight, Adam?
I'm doing good, bud. How about you?
Doing real well. Looks like we got a challenge for these drivers tonight, as the drivers are going to be faced with limited fuel, limited tires. I'm thinking about 36 laps to a tank of fuel. What would be your strategy going into this?
Man, tire saving is going to be an absolute game changer tonight. I don't see where it would make any sense to, just go all out in the beginning. I think you really need to save from the start of the race to the checker flag in order to be able to make it.
And if this goes caution free, which we know it probably won't, you're gonna have to decide which laps you're wanting to take tires, because you're only getting the 2 sets over the wall.
That's right. That's right. You get everything. It's going to be strategy based tonight.
As we started this a little bit late, we got John Kelly out here on the track, and we're gonna pull up the tower and look how it looks. We got Ty Gibbs leading the way with a 30.76. I don't know if that's the real Ty Gibbs or not. You think it is?
Man, I don't know. That's pretty fast lap there.
I'm gonna have to reload. Nope.
It's showing him from Carolina, which is where he's from.
I think that would be really cool if that was him. Who else we got out here? Christian Noble. And he came to an end there.
Very nice run through 1 and 2 for Nick.
Not sure how you say his last name. Let's. He is cooking
See,
that high
let's
line.
yeah, let's see what he's got coming out of 4 here. Man, it looks like a steamer. What's it gonna be? And he is in the top spot with a 30.872.
Only beat Ty Gibbs by 100th. Or a 10th, I'm sorry. 10th. Stephen McGo. I think that's how you say it. McGough. Maybe. Got a lot of new drivers in here tonight as we're running the Xfinity.
Well, I'm loving it. Loving it. We got 43 drivers fielded tonight. We have a full lobby.
You know, we've been putting
It's,
out some full lobbies here lately, so
yeah, yeah, we have, man. These hosted sessions, getting ready for this league that's coming up. It's really turning out great. Great racing. Great group of guys, man. They really got a good head on their shoulders, and they are all very, very good at strategy.
that's right. I think they prefer the strategy races. But
I do too.
those of you
Those are
maybe
fun.
tuning in, watching right now, if you want to get your hands in on this action, maybe take the wheel. This is on iRacing, and you can join us here Friday and Saturday nights all the way up until the start of our league in one of our hosted races. You need to be in the Discord, which if you need to get a hold of us, you can add one of us or comment below, and we can get you that invite.
Man, here we go. Qualifying is wrapped up, and it looks like Nick Leeds from Virginia is going to be taking them to the green flag.
With Ty Gibbs in second, Thomas Coonan in third, Air Blair HRA in fourth. Fifth goes to Samuel Stoner. Joshua O'Brien in sixth. Johnny Rapp, we've seen his name before. He's in seventh. Jason Haney in eighth. I think that's how you say it. If I get your name wrong, I'm sorry. Ninth goes to Jake Maki. 10th, Brian Wasserman. 11th, Backwoods new member Scott C. Ford. 12th goes to Dustin Shoulders. 13th, John Osborne. 14th, Stephen McGough. 15th, Christian Noble. 16th, Doug Smith. 17th, Larry Eddy. 18th is Joshua Halford. 19th, Daniel Butler. 20th, another backwoods driver, Clint Hayfield. 21st, Christian Kolb. We're going to skip Adam, so technically he's in the booth with us right now. He
That's right.
accidentally registered for the race. Jacquay Carter in 23rd, familiar face. 24th, John Kelly. 25th, Brendan Brody. 26th, Derek Buckaloo, also backwoods driver. 27th, Jason Stevenson, Miller Lite Racing. Taylor Gray in 28th. Jim Treat, 29th. 30th goes to Justin Dews. Jason W. Hall in 31st. 32nd, Joseph Mealy. 33rd, Payson Lindsay. 34th, Dustin Mitchell. 35th, Wayne Anderson. 36th, Brian Grubbs. We've seen him last week. 37, Shane Huffman. 38th, Elijah Moyer. 39th, Andrew Schroeder. 40th, Colton Kinsey. 41st goes to Scott Brody. 42nd, Christopher Mulkerin. And rounding out the end of the field is Richard Jackson. Let's take a look at what these track temps these drivers are facing. It's a nice cool night out here. 71 degrees in the air, 73 on the track. As these drivers are going to get their pace lap in, and we're going to go green here soon.
Man, Dustin, I think you're going to see a lot of low lines, mid lines, top lines, a lot of different racing areas that you can run on. I mean, we got progressive banking at Kansas. I mean, we got 17 to 20 degrees from bottom to top in the turns. The trials are 9 to 11 degrees, and the backstretch is only 5 degrees. So I mean, there's not one part of the track that's the same to the next. So it's going to play a big role on tire saving.
Definitely a multi-groove track. It's like, do you want to be on the high groove and get speed, or do you want to be on low groove and save them tires? We'll have to
Yep,
see how
that's
it
right.
plays out as they're taking the green flag right here. Ty Gibbs is going to lead the way, but it looks like Coonan got a better start. Coonan's going to pull out to the lead here. We got a nice battle going on up front as Ty Gibbs is on the high line. Oh, he cuts way down low. He's in the wall. Nice little battle. Getting nice and spread out here. Some in the back are just kind of pacing themselves. Oops. That's not the camera I wanted. I apologize. We got a car off the track down
looks
low.
like we got a car out of 2.
Looks like that might be Daniel Butler as he jumps to the pits.
Gibbs is out front. Oh, we got
have
a caution. We got a caution.
We will go ahead and let you know there's some skin in the game for this race. If you win this race, you get a wrap made by Sim-Rat Mafia, as we're going to take a little quick commercial break, and we'll be right back. And we're back. We're going to take a look at what happened to bring that caution out here. We're going to try to find the right cam for this, as we got the drone cam up here right now. We're going to slow it down because the 38 looks like he might have cut the nose off of the 98. Came up into him a little bit, and then he got turned. Oh, I don't know. We'll have to look at a different angle there, but this was straight carnage for the 38. Oh, we had a car on his side, the 98 upside down on its lid. Definitely can't get no traction like that. The 5 also collected. Let's rewind it here, and we will take a different angle. We'll go behind the car to see exactly what happened.
All right, we're on board here with Taylor Gray. Looks like the 98 comes down and just clips his right rear quarter panel. He sends him on a doozy of a ride. Brendan Brody gets tangled up in that also.
That's unfortunate for Brendan, as he's been a big supporter of the Backwoods Mafia team, as he's been in almost every one of these hosted races.
Oh yeah, I hate to see that for him. Dustin, do we have any fast repairs tonight?
No fast repairs.
Oh man,
It will
how
be,
unfortunate for Brendan Brody. That's going to be a lot of damage to repair.
yeah, unfortunately, the name of the game is keep your car clean. And I know it's hard
Yeah,
to
that's
do
right.
because you can always get tangled up in everybody else's mess. All you got to do is ask Jim Treat. He's always getting in everybody else's deals. As I just looked at the chat, and we got Jackway Carter fans in the house again. Welcome back, Nathan. Where's Jackway running at? I think he's more of a next gen guy, but I'm happy to see him out here on the track with us. As he's currently running in 8th, up 15 spots. He's running the number 20 car. He likes the Toyotas. Jackway Carter will be running a Simrat Mafia sponsored car for the Next Gen League. We appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me. So the lights are off, and we're going to get ready to go green with Samuel Stoner leading the way. Actually, I think it'll be Thomas Coonan. He's going to be the one to lead the way. It's just scoring him in the wrong spot.
All right, here we go. We are coming out of 4 here, about to take that green flag. Once again, the pace car's off. You got Coonan leading them to the green flag. Green flag is out. Coonan gets a nice jump.
Seems like a lot of people might have got damaged there, as there's not that many cars on track now. We got a lot of people out.
Yeah, it looks to be about 19 on the lead lap. We got a battle here for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. They are bumping our bumper back there. And Coonan is out to a 6/10 of a lead. 6/10 second.
But I don't know. How do you think that strategy is going to play out? Maybe he's going to get out to a nice lead and mind the gap. Maybe he conserve his tires. He is running the low line, but he's not getting all the way down to the white line
No, he's
just
not
yet.
getting all the way down, but he's putting out some steamers of a lap. We'll see later on in this race how that actually played out for him.
So we got a battle here. Carter coming up on the 52 of Johnny Rapp. He loves that Mission Barbecue. And then I don't know if that's his real name, but we got Air Blair HRA right behind him trying to join the fight.
Oh, we got somebody spinning.
How are you doing there, bud?
Was that a single car? That looked like Scott C. Ford involved in that. Really hoping we could get more than a few laps before we got the. Come on. Larry Eddy also got it as he was trying to pass Scott C. Ford. We'll go back and take a look at that real quick. We'll stay right here. Oh, it happened right in front of him. Nowhere to go. Got collected with the 62. And that would be Scott C. Ford. Let's try to find a different angle here. Oh, the 14 got loose and came down and took Scott out. Bad luck for Scott here recently. In every one of these races, he's been wrecked out by somebody. Totally not his fault. Just out here minding his
absolutely.
business. Scott's a real good dude. He's just bad luck, man. Thomas Coonan still in the lead here. Samuel Stoner in second. Jake Mackey, Mike Mackey. Look at that paint job.
Yeah, it's pretty slick, man. I like that blue and black and white, man. That's really really slick.
Joshua O'Brien. Running the old school. I don't know if that's Jeff Gordon's paint scheme or if that would be a William Byron scheme. One of the two. There he is, the fan favorite, Jaquay Carter. He's all the way up to fifth. 18 spots.
Oh yeah. I don't think Jaquay Carter. I don't think he qualified, did he?
I don't think he did.
Yeah. Well, he started 23rd, so no, he didn't qualify. But man, he's making his way up front like we knew he would.
Johnny Rapp right behind him from Deptford, New Jersey. Air Blair HRA. Is that I just wonder, is that a nickname? Maybe it's not. I'm not even going to pronounce that. So I will mess it all up and we will catch a ban. Brian Wasserman.
Yeah, we will.
John Kelly. He's up here mixing it up in ninth.
John K. Kelly, spots. I hear you, man. He's one of my favorite drivers to watch. Started in 24th and he is up to 9th. He is doing a fantastic job with keeping them tires on that car. I'm really happy with him.
Absolutely. Is another returning driver here, Jason W. Hall. He is running, I want to say that's either a Casey Kane old school paint or a Bill Elliott.
I would say that would be a Bill Elliott throwback.
Or maybe not. Maybe he's just got a little bit at 9. Just looks really familiar.
Well, yeah, I'm looking at that 9, and that used to be on those Dodge Stratuses back in the day. That red 9 that Bill Elliott used to race.
That's right.
Looks like
I used to have
same
a bunch
9.
of those Matchbox cars. Someone in the chat, I think it's Chassel410. I think I'm saying your name right. If not, I'm sorry. He says, Jaquay Carter is so good. If his tires popped on the last lap, he could get out, change it, and win the race.
Oh, come on now.
That's hilarious.
Hey, I wouldn't put it past him.
He has shown a lot of speed, but how long can you conserve the tires? But with these cautions, I guess they're really not seeing much on them.
Oh, that's right. And we're coming out of 2 now. We are 1 to green. And it looks like Thomas Coonan is going to lead them again to the green flag. these tires have got a couple of heat cycles on them now from previous caution laps. I am just curious to see, can Coonan keep it back out there, because he was running some pretty quick laps.
As Barney changes the flag here and waits for the drivers to get to Geico restart zone, and the pace car pulls off to pit lane. And Coonan, here he
Green flag,
goes,
green
been leading all
flag.
race. Pull away to another great start as the field is thinning out, and we have another caution. That's Johnny Rapp, and I think Jason Hall
Boss man, you're doing a good
involved in
job.
that.
Give us an update on that car.
We're going to step away for a commercial break, because I find that since we just had this caution here. All right, we're back. Let's take a look at this caution here. What caused it? So we're coming to the restart zone here. It happened right up here. Is Jason Hall going to try to pass on the outside before the line, gets up there, beating and banging with Johnny Rapp, and just turns him. Definitely worthy of an EOL right there. Unfortunate for him. Hopefully Johnny doesn't have too much damage. I like seeing Johnny out here in these races. He's been a clean driver. And a competitive driver at that. Unfortunate mishap for him right there. That's what I'm saying. You get involved in other people's stuff, and there's just nothing you can do about it. He said, K-Bruh, Carter's fans come in waves, and I love it. Thank you guys for joining this. If you haven't already, hit that subscription button and hit the bell so you get notified when we go live here. And we will put Carter on the screen for you since you're screaming for him, as he's still in 5th place. And we will get him in the booth here later on. Don't want to jinx him. I'd really like to see him win this race, as he's a young driver. I think he's 15 years old.
Yeah, these younger generations, Dustin, they've got us beat when it comes to anything that's simulation based. You know, they say experience gets you, but man, these young kids, they just take that stuff up like a sponge, don't they?
Absolutely, and I just wish I had a quarter of the speed that he has.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
I mean, I can be fast, but I can't be fast for long. I am just not consistent when it comes to any track. So I only win races when I save my tires and everybody else burns them up, and I just drive around them like they're sitting still. And then I feel really
Well,
good.
that's the way it is, Dustin. You got to save your stuff.
Nathan K says, I've brought all these fans with me. Well, man, we appreciate you. Thank you so much, Nathan. Shout out to you, buddy.
Yeah, we appreciate that, Nathan.
So let's take a look at some backwoods drivers. Jim Treat back here still in it in his Batmobile. As you know, maybe I'll try to go on board and show you his race suit. It's absolutely hilarious.
He may wear a bat suit, folks, but he is about as biggest joker I've ever seen. That guy is a genuine, funny guy.
He's got a bat logo
Look at that.
He's smiling under that helmet right now because he's avoided every wreck. And they might have happened behind him, though, as Clint Hayfield is turning off, and I don't know if he's coming down Pent Road or what he's got going on. How's Clint looking? Is he a lap down, or is he still on the lead lap? He's a lap down currently. There he is, After Dark Gaming. Follow him on TikTok. Come on, villain. This can't be just the Carter show. We got to get everybody their money's worth out here. But we will go back to him. Let's see, that was Jason. And he might be off pit road. What happened to him? He got an EOL. Did he quit out? We had a lot of drivers not even go. There's only like 28 drivers out here.
All right, here we go. Pace car is off.
Green flag.
Kunin's got the green flag.
Now they look like they're giving each other a little bit more room out there. Carter's up to fourth right now with Mackie behind him, John Kelly behind him. No pressure from John right now as he's just pacing, it looks like.
Oh yeah, John's gonna let them just go up there and battle, because when they're up there battling, they're burning their stuff up.
That's right. You got a long way to go still. We got about 22 laps on these tires. Other drivers have pitted, but it was probably to take fuel.
Looks like John Kelly's getting some pressure from behind. He got a car trying to pass him on the outside.
That's Air Blair out here. Air Blair, and then
John
right
Kelly
him.
closed it off. He closed the gap. Nice block down the backstretch.
Brian Wasserman behind him, looking to take that position. Now,
He took the air off Wasserman.
You read my
Yeah,
mind.
look at that.
I was getting ready to ask, is there aero push in these cars? Can it get John loose here?
Oh, absolutely. But I think, Dustin, as loose as these cars are tonight, I think that dirty air will be, I don't think it'll hurt that much.
As Carter's falling off, what happened to him? Carter's back to ninth.
He got squeezed by the 24.
Now we'll see. It's going to be a big test for him. Like I said, just be patient here, and he should be able to make his way back up front. Or as he cooked his tires, getting all the way up there. Adam, you're more of an Xfinity car guy. What is the key to driving these cars?
Man, you're racing on the edge constantly. These cars they'll get out from underneath you really, really quick. So you got to have throttle control. You can't just stab those throttles coming out of the apex of the corner there.
That's something I'm not good at. Throttle control.
I've heard some actual NASCAR racers saying that you really need to feel like it's like you have an egg under your foot, an egg behind the pedal, and you're really not trying to squish it. You just got to be delicate with it and baby it.
Because we might see that come to play out with all this.
Well, Kunin is 0.7 of a second over Stoner. He is still putting up the pace.
You gotta wonder, is he worried at all about his tires, or because some people can drive it with a tight car or a loose car.
I mean, he's holding his own, that's for sure. He looks like he's handling pretty good. He's holding it on the bottom, which is a good thing. You know, you want to run the bottom as long as possible.
He's driving into turn 3 here. We're gonna go to our track cam.
Oh, there goes Batman.
Clint Hayville decided to take the shorter route and go down below on the apron there. Well, you think that'll eat up your tires a little bit more there?
I wouldn't think so. Not for the amount of time he's down there.
No, probably not. But it could upset that car and cause you to spin out if you're not careful.
I'm looking at Coonan's lap times, and he's at least a tenth to a tenth and a half faster than the entire field. He has gotten up to a 1 second lead.
That's
the car is
impressive.
just looking fantastic.
So right on board with him and look out the back. As his lead grows more and more back. Well, I say that, and he falls off a little bit, just a little bit, but then he gains it right back in the turn.
Got a very nice arch, which is
That's
producing a
right.
lot of momentum for him.
It is early. I see it in the chat. It's early. It's still anybody's race at this point because strategy hasn't became a factor yet.
Not yet, but we're getting close on fuel. I'm
We
wondering
are-
where they're sitting as far as fuel. I'm gonna
For these top 6, 7 cars, they haven't pitted yet. So,
No, they hadn't.
they probably are really close on fuel unless they were shutting it off under caution. And even so,
you can only save so much under caution, though.
that's right, as Derek Buckaloo back here up 16 positions in the Brown Flag Productions car. You guys need any kind of highlight videos, reach out to him. You just seen the ad pop up on screen not too long ago. He makes a lot of my videos for me, does great work.
Top-notch video editing.
And look at that car.
Absolute top-notch.
You don't normally see him running a red, white, and black scheme. He's more of wants to be loud and in your face with his colors. But this is another fine example of what SimRap Mafia can do for you.
Yeah, that's a sharp-looking car.
If y'all haven't figured it out yet, myself and Derek Buckaloo are the ones who do all the raps for SimRap Mafia. Throw his name on screen here. He's from Beeville, Texas. I like it. Lick the stamp and send it.
That's it. You know, Derek is a methodical racer, and that's what I love. You know, every time he finds himself, if he doesn't get bad luck and get in a wreck, he always finds himself up front at the end.
Yep, and that's the key. Being in a position to win the race. Because you can't win a race if you can't finish the race. We got another contender for second place or for first place here coming up, which Joshua O'Brien.
Yeah, he made the move on Stoner about 3 laps ago, and he is setting sail. He's not really catching Coonan, but yeah, he's got some speed in that car. He just turned the fastest lap out of anybody that lap. 2/10 faster than Coonan.
As all the drivers pretty much are running 32-second laps right now. As we're gonna go back up front here to see when Coonan's gonna bring it down pit road. It's gotta be soon. I'm gonna say within the next 5 laps. And I'm curious if he's going to take tires or not.
Look at that. Look at his time. Coonan was down below a second. He went on the top side just that one time and picked up 3/10 of a second. Now look at this exit speed is phenomenal on that top side. He's just putting time between him and second place now. He's up to almost 1.5 seconds in one lap.
And do you think that could be a sign that he is getting ready to pit?
He's ready
trying
to go.
put
He's
as much,
he's sending it. He's sending it, Dustin.
yeah, put as much space as he can between him and the car behind him. Give him some room to slow down, get on pit road safely. As he also has a nice looking paint job with a little bit of chrome red in there.
He must run these 1.5 miles a lot because he looks very comfortable on that top side.
Or the Xfinity, it almost looks like, if you're watching this, it looks like it's stepping out a little bit on him. So did he overcook his tires here? Like I said, he only get 2 sets, so one of these stops, he's not going to be able to take tires. The way I factored it in, they would have to make at least 3 stops, maybe 2, or maybe 3.5. So a splash and go at the end.
Looks like he's the only one on the top side. Everybody else still running the bottom, which is giving him a huge advantage.
As we have a person on pit lane, Daniel Butler. Looks like he may be taking fuel only. Out of Winter Haven, Florida. That's a pretty neat looking scheme. Is he fixing damage? He might be fixing damage. Let's get back out here as he's going a lap down.
Yeah, he's been on pit road for going on 40 seconds now.
Because I think it's Christian Kolb in
Oh!
the chat. Oh, and he
Coonan
got
is
loose.
in the wall and in the grass.
Can we keep it green here?
Stoner's passing him right now on the outside. He's back on the track. And here comes the 99, Jake Maki. I don't know that he's going to be able to get that position, though.
I was
Looks
just
like
saying
Coonan.
it looked like his car was stepping out a little bit on that high line as he was pushing it.
Yeah, looks like Coonan's back up to speed, and he only lost 1 spot.
As he looks like he has his hands full. It just got really loose off the exit right there. So we got a car coming off of pit road. That's Derek Buckaloo, or he's coming down pit road. Or no, he's coming. Is he coming out? Did he already pit?
Yeah, looks like he's coming out of pit road.
That means these guys up front have got to be running pretty low. They must have did some
And
heavy saving.
Coonan is running Stoner back down.
Because they still have yet to pit. And there's the
Caution.
caution.
We've got a caution.
Sounds like it's a little far away from your mouth again. Just double check that for us, please.
What was that? John Osborne crash. What? It looked like Christian Kolb was in it. Step away for a second. We'll be right back after this message from Simrat Mafia.
Yeah, I think the 10 should have slowed down there, Dustin. At least a little bit. Looks like he was still hauling the mail. I mean, he was on the high side. He could have seen all those wrecks. Not enough. Looks like we got Samuel Stoner starting on the inside, first place, and we got Coonan, who has led most of this race, starting on his outside.
Green flag, green flag.
Stoner with a nice lead goes up and blocks Coonan. Looks like we got Brian and Coonan battling side by side for the second spot. Oh, Coonan pinned him up. Coonan made the pass. And he's going after Stoner right now. He is to his bumper on the inside. Stoner puts the block on him. Oh, Brian is loose off exit of 2. He's just a little lower than Stoner on the turns, trying to get that clean air on that nose. Still trying to get that clean air. He's looking low. He's on the inside of Stoner right now. Almost to his door. He is to his door, and he is making that pass going into turn 1. Oh, and Stoner's loose on the high side. Did you just make a Star Trek reference? Giving her all she's got, Captain? Well, I tell you what. Captain. If racing's like this on all of our races, you can beam me up, Scotty. Coonan is out front with a 4/10 of a second lead over Stoner. He wasn't playing any games tonight. Looks like he just left the lobby. Yeah, he was. I talked to him in the race lobby during that last caution. Yeah, he was pretty banged up. He had no control over his car when he come down the from the banking down to the bottom of the apron, which the 10 got collected in that. Yeah, his car was pretty banged up. Carter is 10 laps down. Well, we are pushing 60 laps. We've only had 4 cautions, so it's not like it's been chaotic.
Oh, sorry about that, Chad. I was not coming through. I unmuted Adam, but I did not unmute myself. Technical difficulties as I had the caution screen right waving too.
Oh man, I was muted.
I was muted. You wasn't muted.
Oh. Okay,
That's
well,
all right.
at least they can hear me.
Nobody wants to hear what I have to say anyway.
Man, you're the highlight of the show. What are you talking about?
Nah, man. I'm just here trying to put on something for these drivers. You know, I know for me, I was in another league that was broadcasted, and I always enjoyed going back and watching, even if I didn't have the great finish. You know, going back trying to see, hey, did I make TV time and all that. To me, that's fun.
Oh, it's always fun. It's a blast. I love running these hosted races.
Treated like a real life driver over here.
Now we got Clint Hayveld. He is a lap down, but he's pitting this time.
Jim Treat pretty far back as well. Come on, Batman.
He needs to get up there and fight some crime because there's some murdering going on up in the front.
That's right. These two up front, Thomas Coonan. I say too, it's been a Coonan show all night. Clint Hayville on pit lane. Wonder what he's got in store. He slides into his pit stall. Again, that's the Mr. Hayville, Mr. Dark Horse. He is also known to find himself in position at the end of these long races, as it's just fuel only for him as he pulls out. So we got a good battle here. Let's go on
Stoner's
board
worked his
with
way back up. Yeah, look at that.
Stoner
Worked his way back up to a 10th. Clint Hayville's back on track. He's coming out of the commitment line.
Now look at him sawing that wheel there. I don't know. You tell me. You're a sawer as well, I believe.
Yeah, looks like he's a little loose, but man, he's holding it pretty well.
That tells me he's kind of pushing it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He wants to lead.
The Red
Oh, he's just trying to
Renegade.
have fun.
The Red Renegade gets loose right there as these top two drivers are giving it all they got.
Oh yeah, Coonan was very loose on exit, which really helped Stoner catch up to him.
As he's looking to his
Stoner's
inside.
got that clean air on the bottom. He's looking to the bottom.
Gonna get to his door.
Looked like Coonan
Oh, they
scraped the walls
touch
a little bit.
If my woman's watching right now, I apologize for being super loud. I know you got to work in the morning. I'm sorry. Let's go ahead and give a shout out.
Looks like Samuel Stoner. He heated his stuff up a little bit too much on that bottom. Got a little bit tight on exit. Gonna try to just get back here, cool his stuff off, and try to make another run at him.
I don't know what happened to Gibbs there, Ben, in the chat. He was up there, and I think he quit out. He might have got some damage. He might have got caught up in a wreck. But I'd like to give a shout out to my woman, my beautiful fiance. She allows me to do this pretty much every day. We put a lot of work into this stream. We put a lot of work into our team. Like, we do. Seems like it's non-stop. But her birthday's coming up in October, and so we are going to the 21 Pilots concert in St. Louis. That'll be fun.
Oh man, that sounds like fun.
Let's go through
The top three have spread out. They're about 3/10 apart.
What happened to
between
John
first, second,
Kelly?
third.
Says he's out. Is he on pit lane? Yes, he is. He's coming back out right now.
2 laps down.
Some of these drivers are wanting a caution. But who took tires the last time, and will they take tires this time, or will they try to save a set for the last little push? Because I think that if they can probably, let's see, the last time they pitted was on lap 45. So what are we looking at with about 37, 40 laps of fuel? Probably here in the next 15 laps or so.
Well, the top 3, I think they're pretty secure when they get on pit road because they are 4 seconds ahead of 4th place. They put quite a gap on the field.
You know who may have the advantage here right now? Just looking at this, depending on what tires they took. Johnny Rapp. Oh, as a Butler gets loose in front of him, and he's up into the wall. He's going to come back down. Thankfully, Johnny Rapp went low.
Very nice save. Very nice save from Butler.
Butler is a lap down. But Johnny Rapp here. He got involved in a Butler's loose again back here.
Looks like he burnt his stuff up.
Bad. But I do like that paint scheme. It's Christian Kolb going around on the outside here. Christian Kolb also a lap down. Christian, my man, if you're listening, make sure you get the driver apps in our Discord and download that. Put a little bit about yourself if you'd like to. If not, that's all good too. We appreciate you coming out, man. So we're back up front. Thomas Coonan still. Now he's got a little bit of a lead here, but looks like he might just be minding the gap. Or Stoner is pushing it and is wanting that lead back.
And folks and drivers, just so you know, these are just hosted races. We've got some leagues coming up fairly soon, so this is more or less a recruitment race. We're looking for clean drivers, you know, people who have a lot of give and take. We want to put on a very exciting league this coming season.
That's right. Here's a guy we haven't really mentioned yet. Is we got Jason Haney, another 9 car, but he's running the 34 in this race. Out is that Altoona, Wisconsin? Never heard of that. He owns a racing team, First Gear Racing. He's running a Napa scheme. Quit yawning over there. This race ain't even close to being over.
Who's yawning?
We heard it. We heard it. Here's another guy.
It's the sound of the engines, Dustin.
Yeah, Christian
The only
Noble.
time I watch NASCAR is when I want to go take a nap.
There you go. Well, don't go to sleep just yet. His pit stops are coming up. We got Christian Noble here. We're checking his paint scheme out. Pretty nice. Appreciate every one of you guys. I know I always say it, but it means a lot when you guys join this race and you drive respectfully, and that just shows us that you appreciate this lead or this hosted race. I think that Christian Kolb off the track right there. Did Clint Hayveld is off the track. We could possibly get him in here for a live interview. Because the field's pretty spread out except for these top 2. Stoner's putting some pressure back on Coonan here. Remember what
He's got it
happened?
down to 2/10.
That's right. Look at him stepping out there on that top line. Remember what happened last time when we got to about time to pit? He ran that high line and then got loose and went down through the grass. It's Coonan making his way through lap traffic. So one thing I like about these night races, Adam, is you can see the flames come out the tailpipe when they're lifting out of the throttle.
Yeah, that's a fun race.
In the chat, I'm gonna bring Clint in. Well, I was going to bring him in, but it looks like he stepped out of the Discord. Everybody leaving the Discord. Come on, you can't get an interview not being in there. Christian Kolb trying to get a lap back here. He may be on fresher tires.
Well, he got one back, and he's got 43 more laps to go.
Well, lots of respect to him, though, for staying in the race. A lot of people would just quit out, as we've seen. He did get that damage fixed. He's back out there. I like it. 4th place right here. Joshua O'Brien. Had a mishap earlier, but he's still up here. He's in a nice position. Was right behind him. Jason Haney and Christian Noble battling it out for position.
You got Jim Treat about to go a lap down.
Actually, that's not Christian Noble.
Cole
I'm sorry.
gets
That's
past
Jason Haney passing a lap car, the 98.
Derek Buckaloo is out of fuel. He is out of fuel. He's pulled to the apron.
Oh, and that's not good. It's on the backstretch, too.
He's going to have to clutch it. Thomas Coonan says he's pitting this time by.
He was really pushing the limits there. Buckaloo was.
Yeah, looks like Buckaloo's coming into turn 4 right now. He has got to clutch it.
He may be able to fire it up, and well, it might bring out the yellow. I don't know.
He started in the back, so his pit box is fairly close to the end of the pit road. I'm going to be watching him.
There, he's making it. Looks like he's making it, but he'll be a lap down. I wonder if it's just going to be gas or tires for these cars here. Looks like
Derek made it. How did he make that? He ran out and going into turn 1 and made it all the way back around into his pit box.
Derek Buckaloo, a.k.a. the Magic Man. Watch out. He's got some tricks up his sleeves.
He always does.
So it looks like Coonan took tires, but I don't think the second that blue car took tires. I don't think Stoner took tires. That may be their last set, though. So
I don't know. Their pit cycles were about a second off. So I don't know if he's maybe just got rights or what his strategy is.
He's taking tires here.
Coonan also had damage he had to repair, looks like, because he had a 15-second pit stop.
Buckaloo coming out, 2 laps down. Jim Treat stayed out.
Oh, Jim just reported in. He's pitting right now. There goes Jim Treat on the pit road.
Question is he going to take tires or save them for the end? Because I don't think anybody else has tires right now. I think everybody took both their sets.
And it looks like he's just getting fuel only. I think that's a very wise choice.
Smart strategy, as if he runs this out, he may be able to get tires on the next stop and gain some ground. It'll be close.
Looks like we got another car.
It's Johnny Rapp.
Looks like we got the 14 who's ran out of fuel. He just made it to pit road.
Is Johnny Rapp going to take tires? He will take tires. He might save fuel. He might be good here.
Got 38 to go. Yeah, you can make it. I think you can make it.
Back up
He's back
front
out
here.
as the leader goes. The leader goes around him.
And if you're saying you can make it, this might be no save, and Coonan might take this all the way to the
Yep,
end.
we
Is
got
he?
37 to go. Kuna's been out for 5 laps now, coming up to lap 6. He's going to be really close, but I think he's far enough out. I mean, he's got a second and a half gap over Stoner. He's coming up on John Kelly now, about to put him a lap down. John Kelly got his lap back. He's on a different strategy than everybody else. He started that strategy a little before halfway, and he is holding the leader down, trying to fight him to stay back on the lead lap.
So he got a little sideways on entry there. But you can hop in if you want, buddy. We'll give you the interview. We ain't really had any cautions in a while, which is a good thing. But we get a caution here. John Kelly's going to get his lap back as he's the first car lap down. And Johnny Rapp's going to be trying to battle him for that position. How far back is Johnny Rapp? He's not that far back. We might have a battle for the lucky dog contender if a caution were to come out.
Yeah, it looks like one car separating John Kelly. The 14 is separating John Kelly from Johnny Rapp. That's lucky dog position right there.
And here comes Johnny Rapp. Gonna try to get it from him. They know the importance of that. Jim Treat also a lap down. He may be a little farther back. So 14 might play a big factor in this right here, as these two cars are going to battle for this.
Well, I don't think it'll be any contest, Dustin, because Johnny Rapp's got pressure tires. Like I said earlier, John Kelly, he's on a different pit strategy. He's 30 laps on before since the last time he pitted. So he's going to be coming in here pretty soon.
I believe that's Christian Noble in front of Johnny Rapp.
That is correct.
Again, big thank you to Simrap Mafia for putting this on tonight. Winner will get a custom wrap on the car of their choice. Tomorrow night, if you missed out on this race, tomorrow night, we will try it again in the next gen cars on the same track, same strategy. Which that we will have a custom setup in. Oh, we got a car sideways. It's the 14 of Christian Noble. He saved it.
I don't know how. He got way sideways, Dustin, coming out of 4. I don't know if he was making a late pit entry or what, but man, he was way sideways.
Thomas Coonan up here, finally getting some pressure. Samuel Stoner.
Well, I just heard on the radio, Dustin, that Coonan and Stoner were talking about fuel strategies, and they've backed that pace down. They backed
Yep.
it way down,
So that means they might have to pit or they might run out.
and they're running
Which
30. They're running 32 fours and twos. They're trying to make it.
they are. They are really slow right now as we have Johnny Rapp coming up on them. Gonna get his
To get his
lap
lap
back
back.
the old-fashioned way.
Yeah. And he's got the freshest tires, fresher than theirs, so he should fly right on by. He's got nothing to lose.
That's if they give it to him. He might have to work for it. Nope. Looks like he's just gonna move up, let him on by. That's the smart thing to do. That's the respectful thing to do, really. Because he's still got to go around the track a whole another time to catch him. But he might be able to do it if they're really trying to save fuel. As the leader's last lap was a 32.37. And Johnny
Dustin,
Rapp.
I think Johnny, I think he's in a good position. If he can get his lap back here, and these leaders cannot make it, I think he's going to prevail because he's just got in front of them now, so he's back on the lead lap. If they pit, he wins this race.
Yep, we have John Kelly on pit road once more. Let's see if he's gonna get his last set of tires.
This is gonna be the last pit stop for John.
Oh, he overshot his pit stall. He is taking tires.
He gets those tires.
But will he be 2 laps down? He might go 2 laps down.
He's 2 right now. And he is off.
And Jim Treat pitted on lap 86 as well. Can he make it?
Yes, he can make it. I believe he can make it. Where is Jim Treat? According to the so Jim is going into turn 1 right now, and the leaders are crossing the start-finish line.
Oh, he's got a
He
lot
cannot
to make
lose.
up.
He cannot lose this lap.
And the leaders just ran a 33.6. It makes me wonder if those top 2 are teammates, if they're talking strategy, or if they're just trying to work together.
Yeah, I think they've been the best of the field all night, and I think they're just trying to save.
But you can't see.
Oh, here comes Stoner on the inside. On the outside, Stoner's making the move.
Oh, he gets loose in the center line.
Stoner backs back off of it. It looked like to me, Dustin, that Coonan may have shut his car off going across the start-finish line, trying to save that fuel coming out of 4, because Stoner caught him way too fast.
They up there. They still haven't upped their pace. They're still way. Well, he just upped it a little bit there as they were in a 32.24 and a 32.45. Maybe they saved enough. Coonan's pushing it, or maybe they just realized, hey, we don't have
they've upped
enough.
their pace, yeah.
We don't have enough to make it regardless if we save. We might need to stop again. So
Yeah. Well, if you can't make it, then just push it. If you can't make it, then just push it.
as if they can't make it.
Looks like Stoner's on the trying to get on the outside again. He is making up a ton of time. Coming out of the 4th.
Haney also pitted on lap 86. He may be able to make it. He might be in a good position to win this. As Derek Buckle gets in the wall. That's a brown flag. Right in front of him. So we got a battle. Stoner took the lead for a minute.
Oh, but he's really loose, really loose.
These guys aren't holding anything back now. I think they said it's time to go, and maybe they either have enough or they don't. We're just as blind as you watching.
Coonan's still going to try to save. He's 5/10 of a lap slower than Stoner is. I guess Stoner said, "Hey, I can't make it, so I'm just going to go ahead and push and try to get way ahead of you." Or maybe he can.
Maybe he can, because he's,
They
well,
put it on the same lap. I don't know why one can make it and one can't. Maybe one's on save mode and one's on leave you.
it's right on. They got to be right on the edge, because it's, like I said, it's about 36, 37 laps to a tank. And that's putting it right there. So they may run out of fuel on the last lap, or he may
Yep.
have saved enough there in that
Yeah,
short little stint.
Coonan just ran a 33.3, and Stoner just ran a 32.8.
Bro D in the chat. I see pretty much everyone wrecked out. Yes, a lot of people wrecked out, and a lot of people quit out because of it. It was all,
When we've had a wreck, it's been a big one. We've only had 4 cautions.
and we talked about maybe giving these guys a fast repair, but for me, you give them a fast repair, and it creates a little bit more aggressive driving. As
I agree with that. I agree with that 100%, Dustin.
so, without a fast repair, you might be a little more mindful of your car and keeping the wheels on it, and not going upside down like we've seen earlier.
Yeah, but we've had some collateral damage. We've had some guys that could have won this race that were caught in some nasty accidents and just there was no way they were getting their stuff repaired in time.
Absolutely. As Brendan Brody in the chat, I believe that's you, sir. And again, we appreciate you coming out and racing this with us. I know it was unfortunate for you. You got involved in that early wreck and probably had a lot of damage and just couldn't get back out here. But thanks again for checking out, and hopefully you try your luck again tomorrow night.
Oh, it's always a pleasure announcing races with Brendan Brody in it because the guy he's a wheel man.
Yep, you can go check out his YouTube. I believe it's Brendan or Brody Farms on YouTube. I think he does a little farm simulator or something on there. Ooh, he said he had 43 minutes of required repairs. Woo, sounds like he blew
about
an
right.
engine.
Oh yeah, he got destroyed in that wreck. But he was in the wrong place, wrong time. He had nowhere to go, and he was full throttle. That sucks for him having an early night because usually he's there at the end. I always enjoy watching Brody drive.
Yeah, and not to mention that he just drives clean, respectful. He don't really try to put his car in a position that's gonna cost him or another guy to get involved in a
Oh,
wreck.
absolutely. I hope to see Brendan Brody in the league races we're going to be hosting.
I really hope he can make it.
Coonan is still staying with
Oh,
Stoner.
Coonan into the wall there.
Yeah, Coonan's into the wall.
That'll be a lose. Just said it'll be. We're about to find out if these guys got enough fuel. Probably in about 8 laps. I believe John Kelly just went to the pits. He might be done. There's the leaders coming up on Jim Treat. Oh, we got Coonan. He smacked the wall, but it didn't hurt him at all. And he's about to battle back for the lead. Maybe he was saving to make sure he had enough, because he's had the fastest car out here all night. Just to let everybody know, when we go through and do our race results tonight, we're only going to call out like the top 10, because everybody else is multiple laps down. The Stoner has got a lap car between him and Coonan. It's Jim Treat, and Jim Treat's going to move out of the way, and the 14's going
Oh,
to
and
get
the
sideways.
14. Yeah, 14. 14's loose, way loose coming out of 2.
That's not the first time. That's Christian Noble. You know, he is in the hosted, or in the hosted lobby. If you could pop in there, Adam, and just tell him, like, stick around after the race, and we'll get him in for an interview. Because he's had his hands full all night. Back up front here, Stoner is battling pretty good now with Thomas Coonan. Coonan taking it to the inside, trying to make the inside line work, but that high line just cooks so fast on the exit. Just seen that right there.
Oh, on late runs, if you can hold that top, man, you are flying.
That's
You
right.
got so much speed on the exit. It's just unreal.
Brendan in the chat saying he'll just have to show up tomorrow night and win it. That's right, man. We'd love to see it. We'd love to call
Let's
that
see
for
it.
you.
Let's see it. All right, here we go. We have 6 to go, and the leaders are bumper to bumper. Who's going to win this? Is it going to be Stoner, or is it going to be Coonan?
And then you got Jake Mackey back here. Mackey, I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. And then 99.
4 seconds back. If these 2 leaders take each other out,
Yeah, that could
it
be
just
his
landed
race,
in his
but
lap.
I really think Jason Haney here, if they run out of fuel, he may have one of the better shots here. I think he has the fuel to make it. It's 5 to go.
Coonan is
door to
door to door. One's on the outside, one's on the inside.
Oh, he's pushing it.
Stoner's going to have to run. Well, it died off. Let's see what's going to happen here coming out of 2. Oh, they're both on the bottom
here.
this time.
It's Christian Cole, a lap car right there with him. Hopefully he doesn't mess this up. He's been pretty clean all night. We appreciate that, Christian.
Stoner's was looking to the outside. He just could not quite get there.
3 to go.
Stoner had a nice run down the backstretch. To the outside of Coonan. Stoner takes the lead.
This
Gets
is
down,
crazy.
takes the air off.
Back and forth between Samuel Stoner and Thomas Coonan.
There is a gap that I do not think Coonan can catch up to.
Well, if Stoner gets loose here, he's been kind of shaky in a couple turns. Driving the wheels off that thing. It's Coonan going on the apron, trying to gain up as much ground as he can, but he's falling off. I wonder if he just ran 34-second lap. They might be
He is out of fuel. Coonan is out of fuel.
I mean, Stoner may be getting out of fuel.
Stoner is out of fuel.
Uh-oh, that's Jason Haney here. As that shakes things up completely.
Look at Haney go. Haney pitted
Haney's
2
going
laps
to
later
take
than
the
him.
checkered flag and win the Sim
Wow.
Rap Mafia Xfinity Challenge. Heck of a strategy call there by you, Haney, sir. I really wish you were in the Discord. Make sure if you're watching this race here, get in the Discord to get your prize, a custom wrap by Sim Wrap Mafia. Congratulations, sir. O'Brien also had a good run. Joshua O'Brien finishes second.
Jake Maki ran out of fuel. The only
Yeah,
ones that did not run out of fuel is Noble, Treat, Buckler, Rapp, O'Brien, and Haney. Everybody else was out.
as he's going to burn it down here. Well deserved win. Jason Haney. What a finish. That's why, Adam, I love these strategy races. You could be the fastest
Absolutely.
guy out here on the track and then have a total mishap on your judge or have a bad judgment call for your strategy. And not that they had a bad judgment call. I'm just saying they just pitted maybe one lap too early and just one more lap and they could have won that race. Jason Haney, congratulations again. Oh, that guy left the chat. Who's that in the hosted session there? Let's bring him up in here and find out. Hello, this is Dustin in the booth. Who is this?
Howdy, this is Sam and Stoner. Your
Stoner.
P3.
Man, congratulations. Heck of a run. They that was one crazy finish there. One more lap on that last pit stop and you probably would have had this race.
Dude, oh my god. Me and Thomas there were just it was a game of who could drive the car less rather than who could drive the car more, which is just very unique for this kind of thing. I mean, I was clutching every corner, I was half throttling every straight, hoping and
Oh
praying
yeah,
that I could make that fuel last, but eh.
yeah. We saw that. Yeah, we saw that you and
Thomas.
you and Thomas that you were swapping lap times.
Yep, yep.
You'd get the run, then he would get the run, and I was like, man, they can either save it or they said screw it, we're not going to be able to save it. We're just going to race and see what happens.
It's a game like there's so much to it because every time I'd put some time on and pass him, then I knew that he'd push a little harder. I was hoping that would be what would get him to use up that fuel that neither of us had, evidently. But I just didn't quite play it right. And hey, I mean I can be happy with P3 here. That
It
was
was
a fun time.
very fun to watch as well. Did so I had a question. Was Thomas one of your teammates or do you know him?
Nope, don't know that guy. Me, Johnny Rapp, and Jake Mackey are all affiliated. And I think Jake was back there P6, but he was on the same fuel strategy as us, so he was back there doing my numbers for me because I did not have time to to check.
You definitely had your hands full and you probably eyes in the mirror too.
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
The
yeah.
well,
That was
go
it
ahead.
was a good race. That was a good race. I mean, I enjoyed that. I can be happy with that, even though we had those guys surge up at the last second with enough fuel to actually make it.
So have you had to do any of these strategy races before?
I have never had to save quite this much to do this ever in my entire career.
How long have you been on iRacing?
About two and a half years now.
Well, man, you put on a heck of a
Probably
show.
about 180 oval races. I mean, probably 70, 80 Xfinities and stuff like that.
What do
It's
you
definitely I've definitely done a lot of these.
what do you enjoy running the most? Xfinity, next gens, or oh,
I'm a big league racer. I usually ran the late model stock car. Actually, was my big thing. I'm a big short track guy, but I love running the Xfinity in open. I've got a buddy that makes some really good setups. His name's Jacob Bradley. He creates some fire setups for the Xfinity Open stuff.
that's awesome, man. We really appreciate you coming in this race and putting on a show for Adam and I to call and your teammates or the guys that you know, Rap, Maki or Mackie. I probably mess up their names all the time, but it's really fun to call. And man, we really hope that you might join the league coming up.
Yeah, I mean, when we got Johnny Rapp, I've raced with that guy for probably a large majority of my time on here. So I tend to follow him around because it's been fun. He's a good benchmark for my performance. Because when I first joined, I was hopeless against him, but lately here, I've started beating him. So
That's what makes you better, getting around racing against other fast guys, and
Hmm.
that's what helped me out a lot too.
Well, it showed tonight, Samuel. Showed tonight because we we put you guys through the ringer with that set. You know,
this was a this was a good one, man.
we wanted the set to be a challenge along with tire saving and saving fuel and only giving you guys two sets of tires.
Oh yeah, it
So
felt good. The way the pit stops worked out like that, that was excellent. The setup, it was I could definitely, my usual mantra when I go into these races is I'm trying to burn the right front in one corner, trying to burn the right rear in the other, and this set really kind of worked for
absolutely,
that actually.
absolutely.
If
Well,
I drove it right.
we saw that you got loose a few times on exit,
Oh
and
yeah.
but like I said, we didn't want to make it too easy. We
Oh
wanted
yeah.
to, you know,
That was the right
commit,
challenge for us.
yep, commit a strategy race with a tough setup on a tough track, and man, it was awesome to watch, awesome to call.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys putting this on. That was that
Yeah,
was that was great.
we appreciate you, man, and your guys for joining. Hope you join us tomorrow night as well. Before we get off here and send you back, is anybody you want to give a shout out to or anything like that? Well deserved. You really deserve it. So.
I mean, hopefully, usually my parents watch these back when I do these broadcasted races because they've always been a huge support for me. They treat this as if I'm driving a real car, honestly. And my uncle, all my guys that I run with, Johnny Rapp, of course, for putting me onto this. He's a great dude, and definitely a benefit to y'all having in your league. So I'd say to anybody that's watching, definitely come give this a shot because there's going to be some talent around here, I'm sure.
Man, we really appreciate that, and hope to see you stick around in the Discord.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. You have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow night, hopefully.
Y'all too.
See you, buddy.
Later.
Samuel Stoner, everybody, your P3 finisher. As we'll go through the results here, if I can get them pulled up, is your top 10. Jason Haney pulls off the win. Joshua O'Brien in second. Samuel Stoner third. Johnny Rapp in fourth. Thomas Coonan put on one heck of a show and battled with Samuel Stoner. Came up a little bit short, ran out of fuel on the last lap. Fifth place goes to him. Jake Mackey go in sixth. Christian Noble in seventh. Jim Treat eighth. Derek Buckaloo in ninth. And John Kelly round out the top 10. Adam, you got anything you'd like to say before we wrap this up, brother?
Man, we had some unbelievable racing tonight. For the most part, it was clean. We only had four cautions, but man, there was some talent out there. I mean, we really went to the drawing board on this race. We really wanted to make it challenging, and these guys prevailed. I mean, they did these strategies perfect. I mean, the guys that thought it out, just what an upset! What an upset loss for Samuel Stoner and Thomas Coonan. I mean, they had this in the bag, and then just to run out of fuel on the last lap and let Jason Haney take it, it's just what an upset.
It
So
was
exciting.
very fun, as always, to be in the booth with you. So, shout out to you, man. I appreciate you sticking by my side through this.
Oh man, anything for you, Dustin.
I appreciate it, buddy. Shout out to all the drivers that showed up and stuck it out, even though they were laps down. We hope to see each and every one of you back here tomorrow night as we are doing the Sim Rap Mafia Next Gen Challenge. Same track, same stipulations, two sets of tires, limited fuel. Who can prevail in that one? But you guys have a good night, and we will see you here tomorrow.